Colonel McShane for us, Commander-in-Chief Ball, Sean Spicer, host of the Sean Spicer Show, NewsNation contributor, ready to go out to a ball yourself.
I think I get the guest award of the night. The city is still shut down, and anyone who questioned why that should have been held inside, I will tell you what it took to get 6 blocks here.
Gladly let us feel your hand.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say the one thing that has not changed from 2017 is how difficult it is to get around Inauguration.
It's a nightmare.
We're glad you made it.
Thank you.
Okay. So much has changed in Washington 2017 versus 2025. One thing I talked to Connell about is we're going to watch President Trump now sign all these executive orders. You were there in the White House when he signed them in 2017. Number one, they've been planning this for 2 years. Stephen Miller's been writing these. They know exactly what they want.
Some cases longer than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But number two, and we saw this on display today at the Capitol, the entire Republican Party is completely united behind Donald Trump.
100%.
Lockstep. You'll see that at the balls. We saw that. How does that change the next 100 days?
I mean, completely. I mean, he walks in with a roadmap of what he wants to do. He understands the process and how to do it, and he's got the people to implement it. Not just the folks up on Capitol Hill, but the staff. I mean, we had 5 or 6, I think, executive orders that we did on day one. I think Biden had 20. This is 200. They know exactly what they want to do on day one, day 2, day 3. I mean, this is going to be a flurry of activity, and I think an unbelievably historic week for the country. And the first 100 days, again, having that unity, I remember we faced tremendous headwinds trying to get a plan together on repealing Obamacare, and ultimately it wasn't successful, pivoted to tax reform at the end, which was a success. But you know, there wasn't the unity there wasn't the planning that they have now.
We're going to see this throughout the night. We saw it today as well, but business, tech, media, entertainment that had been united against, I would say, you guys.
Yes, massive resistance.
It was. The massive resistance was there. That's now really broken, right?
No, it's not broken. It's flipped. I mean, the idea to watch those tech executives stand right behind him as he was being inaugurated.
Mark Zuckerberg's probably going to a ball tonight.
Oh, I'm going to...
He's hosting an event.
Yeah, he's hosting an event tonight.
You're invited, though, right? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that smile. Busted.
But I will say this. Look, there's a big difference. I don't believe any of these guys. I think they are transactional business guys. This is not what they believe, but they're on board. I'll take it. But at the end of the day, this is so different. I was looking at videos from 8 years ago. We were taking the van from the Capitol behind you down to the White House with people chasing the van, yelling profanities at us. I walked over here this morning. It's freezing cold, but people are excited about Donald Trump. There's MAGA paraphernalia and swag for sale on the street corners. People openly celebrating Donald Trump and wearing it. This is a completely different inauguration.
Look, I remember going to a couple of the inaugural balls in 2017, dodging protesters and people throwing stuff at us.
I know.
If you were dressed in a tuxedo,
I walked 8 blocks last night, Leland, and people were just chanting, "Let's go, Donald Trump." I mean, I was going.
Okay, so the country's different, and Washington's very different, obviously, and Donald Trump's very different. Different man, more experienced. I just want to peel back the curtain for us a little bit because we're watching some of the staff come in at some of the balls. Kelly Meyer was talking about the staff walking into the White House for the first time.
Yeah.
You're smiling.
It brings back images. I remember walking in my first day, you know, getting handed a badge, a phone, and you go into an empty office, and it's sort of like, here you go. But also, we didn't have the number of people. I've had these conversations with the press team. We were told, hey, you get 3 or 4 people day one, you get another 2 the next day. I think they're walking in day one, ready to go in a way that we weren't.
What do you attribute that to? Commander-in-Chief's ball right there. What do you attribute that to?
Being able to get out and to plan. I mean, it's like playing the same team over again in a sport where you know what you're about to face. You can plan accordingly, but they have the ability this time. I mean, like I said, Caroline Levitt has the ability to call somebody like me and say, what would you have had day one that would have made it better? What were the challenges that you faced? What were the things that you could have done better? And had that open dialogue. Now, Josh Earnest was very kind to me in the transition, but there's only so much they can tell you. And frankly, Josh wasn't there day one, right? Robert Gibbs was. And so there's only so much that you can do from the opposite party. But Donald Trump's coming back in. He doesn't need to get a map of the residents and figure out where to go. He knows exactly every nook and cranny. Caroline worked under Kayleigh. She knows the press office. She knows the logistics.
Totally different thing. All right, we don't want to keep you from the very important
people. Thank you.
No.
Well, you know what it takes. I mean, this was my priority.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.